Hello and welcome to Yerushalmi Peah, Daf Chavtes. On today's blot, it actually talks about the onions again, the Ima Shel B'Tselem. So you could refer back to yesterday, although it seems to be a different type, but it's the same idea as to whether one plants a onion in order for it to get the seeds, or the few people that actually eat certain types of onions that are not really edible, does that make you mechayev in Peah, Ayin Sham? What I want to talk about today is very briefly the Mishnah. The Mishnah talks about Achim Shechalku. You have two brothers that their father died, or someone died, mother also, it could be as well, and they inherited. So when they inherit, are they the same status as Shutfim? Are they the same thing as partners? So the Mishnah talks about how they inherited a field, and if they're together, then they give a pay it together, and if they're separate, then they each give separate, ayin sham. But then the Mishnah has another case where two people bought a tree together, and when they bought this tree together, the Mishnah says that they, if they split the tree in a way that they bought it, that one of them owns one half, the other one owns the other half, which is odd to buy a tree that way, but that's how commerce was done back then. So then each one would have to give Peah for their portion of the tree. So the Rush has a kasha based on the Mishnah, which is a very, very good diak, and he asks, why is it that the Mishnah doesn't say that just the people, the brothers inherited this tree? Just why do you have to change the case to somebody that bought? So he says the halacha would actually be different, that it's only possible if people never own the tree together at all, so then there's this concept they could split up their Peah. But says the Rush, if two brothers actually originally owned the tree together as one, and then they split it, so then it would be impossible for them to split the Peah. Ayin Sham, it's just an interesting diak as far as when you read the Mishnah, why the Mishnah changes different cases, and it always needs to be explained exactly what the Mishnah is doing, and there's a lot of different rules about Mishnahs. The Gra and Shnos Elio argues and says that this is not the correct reading of the Mishnah. Not that the Gra usually argues with the Rush, but he has many rayas as to why that is not true. Ayin Sham, but it's just interesting when you read a Mishnah and you say, hey, the Mishnah is talking about this case of brothers that were heirs, but then it's talking about this case of mochrim, people that bought it. We have to be medayik exactly. Why is the Mishnah changing the case? Why is this change happening? And that's a very important way of looking at Mishnahs. Have a great day.